This is ABC7 News, Chicago's #1 news, with Jose Sanders, Judy Sue, weather with meteorologist Tracy Butler, and Roz Varen's traffic. This is ABC7 News This Morning.
Summertime, 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 summertime.
Sounds like the show choir.
Yeah.
We're finally headed towards some summertime weather, and for many people that means it's time to fire up that old grill. Chef Jamie Purviance has a brand new cookbook, and it's called Weber's Time to Grill, and he joins us with another great recipe.
Yeah, Jamie is back. He comes to visit us frequently when it's warm outside.
That's a good sign of springtime for us when Jamie's here.
Yes, we like it when you come back. Okay, so we're talking about your new cookbook, which has two different sets of recipes, one for the easier recipe and one for the more adventurous recipe, right?
That's right. The recipes are all developed in pairs. So you look at each spread in the book and you decide, okay, do I want the one on the left that's really easy, or do I want the one on the right that's a little bit more adventurous?
And there's no difference in taste, really.
Well,
virtually none.
They're slightly different.
A little bit of difference.
Well, let me give you an example.
Okay,
This pair that I'm doing here today, these are two steak recipes.
Okay.
And they all start with this common set of ingredients.
Okay.
Tomato, blue cheese, shallots, and then, of course, the steak itself.
Okay.
So you could have a very simple little lunch or dinner with a tomato and blue cheese vinaigrette, like this one, about 15 minutes of prep time. Or you could have a more adventurous one where the steak is marinated with red wine and beef broth and onions, and then you make this blue cheese sauce with sour cream and butter and shallots, and it's a little bit more of an investment in time, but you're rewarded with a slightly more
So
decadent.
the taste is different.
It's a little bit different.
But for me, this would be fancy.
That would be good enough.
So let me show you how you would do this. So you have your steak here, and I just seasoned it up. It's important to do that, a good 15 to 30 minutes before you grill it. This is an important technique when grilling
why
steak.
is that?
Well, because obviously when you take the steak out of the fridge, it's cold. If you let it sit for about 15 or to 30 minutes, it loses its chill and it relaxes a little bit, and it'll actually be cook more quickly that way. And the quicker that it cooks, the juicier and more tender it's going to be. Also, it gives the chance for the salt and the pepper to do a little work, to sort of mingle with the meat juices. The salt starts to draw a little moisture to the surface, and when that hits that hot grill, it caramelizes and creates that really nice crust.
I love the way you described this. They meet and mingle and
they need to mingle. That flavorful crust is so important.
Okay.
So here we've got the these common ingredients: the shallots, the tomato. There's a little bit of mustard. I'm going to make a vinaigrette. Now, most people think of a vinaigrette as being just a thin, oil and vinegar mixture, which of course it is, but it can also be a slightly more substantial mixture with all this stuff.
Oil and vinegar in there.
Oil and vinegar, shallots. Then we got some blue cheese, because that's part of our common set of ingredients. And then,
finally,
basil goes really well with all those flavors.
And that's it.
You just mix that all together and, spoon that over your grilled steak, and you've got an easy dinner in 15 minutes.
I like that. Just pour it in.
Super easy.
That's it. Colorful, flavorful, healthy. You can add, grilled corn or other vegetables to this. Celebrate the season.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, quickly, we have to mention this big event that you're in town for that people can go out to, right?
Yeah, it's a free event in Lincoln Park, the Chill and Grill, put on by Better Homes and Gardens magazine and Weber Grills, of course. And it's going to be a fabulous 2-day event. Free, lots of food, lots of drink, seminars. I'll be doing some grilling demos and book signings. I'd love to see some folks out there.
I would love to see you too, because you can taste the food. Again, that's the information right there on your screen. Tomorrow from 11 to 6, Lincoln Park, LaSalle and Stockton Drive. All the information, ABC7Chicago.com.
Yum, yum.
Come and see Jamie and taste this food, because if you could just smell it, you know what you're in store for tomorrow.
Thanks, Jamie.
We always love seeing you. Happy springtime. Happy grilling.
You too.
Get the book.
Now we're going to head on over to Tracy in the Weather Center. Hey, Trace.